Division between the South Carolina House and Senate is causing uncertainty for tax filers this season after the House renewed the discussion on aligning state tax law with federal law established in the One Big Beautiful Bill. News 2's Emma Charles learned more about this bill and joins us live in the studio to explain. Emma, you've had several discussions getting more clarity on how filers need to move forward, if at all.
Yeah, and how it will impact your taxes, Carolyn. Right now, South Carolinians are not eligible for certain deductions put forth in federal tax law, meaning we are missing out on some tax returns. But if this bill passes, it could change that. However, as we are already in the middle of tax season, it's causing a lot of confusion. People are wondering if they should wait to file, and those who have already filed, like me, may have to amend their returns.
Division on tax bills is causing uncertainty for South Carolinians.
There are two things that people fear the most: the government and math. This combines both of them.
The South Carolina House Ways and Means Committee passed a tax conformity bill, H3368, which would only apply to 2025 taxes and would make state law the same as the law in the One Big Beautiful Bill. As of right now, 8 new federal deductions will not apply to your state taxes, but that could change if South Carolina decides to conform. And if lawmakers go that route, anyone who has already filed will have to amend their return.
So what's going to happen as a result is if you've already filed your tax return, chances are you're going to have to file an amended return if you want to get the benefits of things like the senior deduction available at the federal level, not at the state level, the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, the car loan interest for those who are eligible.
The State Revenue and Fiscal Affairs Office found that by complying, the state would lose nearly $279 million for the 2025 tax year. But the question on everyone's mind, if this does pass, how do I claim my money? Experts tell me you'll need to pay close attention to the bill, as the House and Senate's next moves will determine what steps you need to take.
My advice for people who have already done their taxes is be prepared to explore whether or not filing an amended return is going to make sense for you, assuming that this passes. Now, if this passes, that can affect the people that haven't filed yet. Those that haven't filed yet, you might want to wait and find out what the Department of Revenue is going to do.
Now, in the House, where all members are up for election this year, they've made it very clear they want to fast track the provisions that only apply to 2025. It is unclear if the Senate will want to take up the provisions after previously choosing not to add them for their income tax bill, but senators tell me it's hard to predict. In studio, I'm Emma Charles. Count on 2.